don't know which of the 8 divines sent you this way, but I'm glad to see you. The name's Bastian. Be on your guard, friend. I was accosted by a dark elf. She went into the cave hours ago, but she might return at any moment. The dark elf Tanare Vels. She's a traveler I met along the road. The cave is Deep Scorn Hollow. The entrance is over by the dock. I'm here to retrieve a fellow named Quistley Silvel. His family sent me to find him. I think he's in trouble. Untie me, please. The Silvels will pay well if you help me get Quistley out of whatever trouble he's in. And I could use someone to watch my back. Interested? Oh, and check the shack. I think Tanare dropped something during our struggle. Oh, thank you. Look around, would you? I'd like to examine whatever my attacker dropped.
Off we go!
Did you find something? Here, let me have a letter. I knew I saw something fall out of Tanare's satchel when she ambushed me. Why, this is a contract. Tanare Vels is bringing Quistley in to pay debts in Leowen. Damn it! I guess that explains why Tanare knocked me out and tied me up. Of course, that idiot Quistley would gamble away more than he had in his coin purse. He's done it before. Usually begs his parents for help, though. I ought to just let the Dark Elf have him, but it would be dishonorable. We better see if we can catch up to her. I'd like to leave her tied up and empty-handed when I drag Quistley out of here by his arrogant nose. Probably? Yes, I did. We were just idly talking on the road. It never occurred to me that someone else might be looking for that petulant brat. It's not the first time I've been asked to get Quistley out of trouble. I should try to hide it better, I suppose. We were raised together, more or less. Except he was the firstborn of a wealthy family, and I was the foundling they took in. Something which Quistley never quite let me forget. Well, it's the right thing to do. I mean, the Silvels gave me shelter. Educated me alongside Quistley. Even hired a tutor for me when I showed some magical aptitude. I owe them. And if looking out for Quistley is how I pay them back, so be it. No, not that I noticed. She said to keep an eye out for smugglers along the coast, and departed soon after. She likely just hung back and followed me the rest of the way. Foolish of me. I should have been more alert. All the time. House Silvel has interests in a dozen cities. I travel all over Tamriel, looking after their business. I'm a mage by training, but I spend my days dealing with contracts and cargoes. And chasing after Quistley. The Silvels fostered me from the time I was small, seeing to my education and giving me a place in their home. As I grew older, Lord Silvel employed me in the family business. What I want to do isn't important. I have an obligation. This is different for Quisley. He's not one for any sort of rough living, other than maybe going to gambling dens and taverns in the seedier parts of town. Probably? Yes, I did. Maybe there's more to this place than meets the eye. First time I've had to look for Quisley in such a rustic location. Not his usual style.
They're coming for us!
How did Quisley stand it down here? It's not what I'd call luxurious. Those roots. It looks like the... I wonder what this place was. It doesn't look dwarven. Look! They have captives! We mean you no harm.
Over here!
We're looking for someone.
Before these cultists kill me!
Let me out too! There's a cult of Sithis in these caves! They sacrifice
people!
people!
You value your life.
Thank you. We've been here for days. You should get out of here too, stranger. These people, the Unmakers, they're crazy. I think they're preparing to sacrifice people. Why would anyone want to do such a thing? I've met no one by that name, but that doesn't mean he isn't here somewhere. The only non-cultist I've seen in days was a dark elf who sneaked by a short time ago. She motioned for us to wait and left without a word. I should go. They're cultists, I think. They follow someone called the Daughter of Sithis, and they talk about sacrifices to the Unmaker. I was on the road to Gideon when they grabbed me. Can I go now?
Before we continue, let's talk a moment. Cultists? That explains some of the decoration in here. So much for the smuggler hypothesis. I didn't expect to have to fight through a nest of cultists to extract Quisley from this mess, but so be it. What's he gotten himself mixed up in now? What's there to know? They worship a god of death, darkness, and primordial chaos. Nothing good can come of that. Quisley's always getting into trouble, but it usually involves love or dice. He could be in real danger this time. Allowing Quisley to be dragged off to angry criminals is not much of an improvement. While Quisley might deserve it, I can't let Tanare Vales get him either. I want to try to grab one of these cultists and get some answers. It's a long story. Suffice it to say, I owe his family a great debt. Quistley and I were more or less raised together. The Sylvels count on me to watch out for him, or help him if he needs it. That's what the Sylvels say when they need me to help him. But he's their son. I'm just someone they raised. Forgive me if I sound ungrateful. They took me in and made sure I was clothed, educated, trained. They didn't have to do that. I've lost count. He does as he pleases. Unfortunately, what pleases him seems to land him in hot water. Every time. This, though... How Quistley stumbled into a cult's clutches, I can only guess. I'm the son of Lord Martel Hallix, the traitor. I suppose the story's not well known outside of court circles. My father was one of High King Emmerich's most trusted advisors. But when I was only a toddler, he plotted to secretly murder Emmerich and appoint himself regent. Or so I'm told. He failed, of course. Others in my family were implicated in the plot. The High King stripped House Hallix of its titles and domains. My mother died of shame. I was far too young to have been a part of it, though, so the Sylvels took me in. That's what the Sylvels say when they need me to help him. This is definitely not a smuggling operation.
I hope you're watching. Would it kill them to run away? Well, no, I guess it wouldn't. Maybe they should try
Let's
that.
corner one of these cultists. They might know what's happened to Quistley.
I'm not really with them. Don't hurt me!
You there! Stop!
You'd better not lay a finger on me. You have no idea who you're dealing with.
Zenithar, give me patience.
What is the meaning of this intrusion? Who are you people? What do you think you're doing here? I warn you, I am favored by the daughter of Sithis. She will avenge every injury you inflict on me. Quistley Sylvel? He belongs to Leleus now. She is the daughter of Sithis, and none dare defy her. Leave while you can. You're fools if you think you can save him from her. The daughter of Sithis and her brother are in the Fane of Scorn. I don't know when she plans to grant Sylvel the Kiss of Sithis. Someone else is to be sacrificed today. I've told you what you wanted to know. Can I go? Some dark elf they caught. Even now she faces the death of the Crystal Fangs in the next chamber. Leleus herself presides in the Fane below. I haven't been invited there yet, so I don't know for sure where it is. Now let me go. Please?
I don't believe him. I think he knows more than... The daughter of Sithis? The Fane of Scorn? I don't believe it. Quistley's fallen in with death worshippers? Hardly. The only thing that interests Quistley is himself. Either these Sithis followers hid their true nature to lure him in, or he's so besotted with a woman that he doesn't realize he's in danger. Either way, I'd better get him out of here. I'm not sure I believe this sniveling cultist, but we shouldn't let anyone get sacrificed. Not even Tenare Vels. Let's split up. You keep going, in case he's telling the truth. I'll see if I can find out more about the daughter and the Fane.
Please, I'll tell you anything you... I know where a map of this place is. It's not far, just, don't hit me.
Helpful of you. What else can you tell me?
Vec. Thank you, stranger. Let's talk somewhere safer. Those idiots were go... Ugh, my skin still feels like I've got 1,000 tiny spiders biting me. That was horrible. Oh, and thank you. I don't know what someone like you is doing here, but I won't argue with Providence. Ah, the dutiful and not terribly clever mage. I'll bet he's angry with me. I took care not to inflict any permanent damage on him. And I fully intended to set him free just as soon as I finish here. It's business, not personal. Then you understand my predicament. I need Sylvel if I want Lars Tull off my back. But it's not worth getting myself killed over. Help me get out of here and I'll help you. I got a look at a map, so I think I know where you can find Sylvel. Not much. Lars Tull suspected that Quisley was hiding out in a smuggler's cave on the coast. I thought I'd have to check them all. Then I ran into your friend, Bastian. I knew there was something off about the smuggler story, though. It didn't fit. He must be in deep, if Lars Tull is willing to write off what I owe to get his claws on Quisley. Too bad for him, but it's a chance for me to get out of a bad situation. Lars Tull makes a good living from other people's mistakes. Or desperation. I borrowed gold against imagined winnings like every gambler ever. You ask a lot of questions. Not to be rude, but I'd really rather find Quisley and get out of here. These cultists already tried to sacrifice me once, after all. I found notes left behind by some unfortunate scholar. He'd apparently come here to make a survey of the ruins. I hope he had the good sense to retreat when he found fresh evidence of a cult presence. More likely, he came to a bad end. I did. It's all the way down at the end of this maze, naturally. The scholar's notes hinted that it's an abandoned temple, once dedicated to Sithis. Well, probably not abandoned now. Good. I saw a rough map of this place before I got caught. So I think I know where to go. I'll keep out of your way if we run into more cultists. After that ritual, I'm in no condition for a fight. metal. Alright, don't cry for mummy.
Charge!
Oh, damn. Dead end and a vampire in a cage. This isn't terribly helpful. There's got to be a way through. I know what I saw on the map. I would have sworn the map I saw showed a passage here. Unless... could it be a hidden passage? I'll look around a bit. Why don't you see if the vampire knows anything? If he's been here long enough, he must have seen cultists coming or going through any hidden passages. But be careful with him. I don't trust vampires. Perhaps. But I'd rather not fight my way through half the cult to get to Quisley Sylvel. If there's a passage here, it could save us quite a lot of trouble. Get in, get what you need, then get out. That's how I prefer to do things.
Your comrade is correct. There's a hidden door. You're not part of this cult, are you? In fact, you appear to be lost. Your dark elf friend watches me with no small amount of suspicion. Perfectly understandable, but I'm not a slave to my hunger. Why are you wandering around Deepscorn Hollow anyway? The daughter of Sithis is fond of sacrificing strangers. I have heard the name. The daughter of Sithis herself has him. These miserable Sithis pretenders. I can show you the passage you seek. I'll consider it payback for the way they locked me up. They hid the switch for a secret door under that crate over there by the wall. Clever, if one is a child. I cannot believe I thought these weak-minded fools might have a genuine insight into the dark mysteries of Sithis. Lalace is a noble from Leowen who made a game of dabbling in dark lore. As I understand it, she found this place and managed to wake a presence that had been sleeping here for ages. She surrendered to the darkness eagerly. I doubt that it cared. Fools and dilettantes bewitched by the daughter's powers. They believe she is the living embodiment of Sithis' dark will, servant of an ancient power. But the only power she serves is her own avarice and lust, like any greedy mortal.
Huh. Surprisingly helpful.
Wait. Would you do me a favor in return?
I knew it. I never grow tired of being correct.
Perhaps before you rush off, you might unlock this cell? A favor in return for my showing you the switch? Let me again assure you, I'm in control of my urges. I shall not harm you. I came here hoping the temple held answers about my condition. But the cultists discovered me as I fed upon an unwary noble from Gideon. The daughter of Sithis was intrigued, but when she realized I had not yet mastered my powers, she locked me away. Yes, that would be an elegant solution to my predicament. I'm afraid that I'm rather new to this state of being. I'm still capable of gratitude, stranger. I just want to be free of this place. I came here expecting something quite different. Thank you. Perhaps the friend you seek might still be alive.
This should take us right to the cult's hidden temple. Come on! Hold up a moment before we go on. I've been thinking. I stumbled headlong into a bad situation once already. I do try to learn from my mistakes. I've been thinking. There's a good chance we won't find Quisley Sylvell alive. Nothing good. I wouldn't go so far as to say that it comes down to bringing Quisley in, or taking his place, but it's close. I really need to be free of Lars Tull. I barely persuaded him to give me this chance. I won't get another one. This may sound ghoulish, but if Quisley is dead, I'd like his signet ring. It's big, gold, and set with rubies. If I bring it back to Lars Tull, it will show that I held up my end of our bargain, and he would take it in payment of my debt. Someone's coming!
Oh, there you are. I'm afraid I wasted my time on that cultist. He knew nothing. Glad I caught up to you. You put the fear of the gods into our captive cultist. He was sobbing on the floor when I gave up and left. I did meet a surprisingly talkative vampire, though. He told me which way you went. And seriously, do not turn your back on Tanare. Our weepy friend told me that Quisley's quite taken with this daughter of Sithis. Figures. My guess is he told her his family is wealthy, so she's keeping him alive for ransom. We'll probably find them in the shrine they call the Fane of Scorn. She seems like the sort who expects the worst. I remain optimistic. I don't always get along with Quisley, but I don't want him to end up sacrificed by the cult. Or turned into some crime boss's object lesson for that matter. Not at the cost of his life. I'll figure out something. I always do. But just in case, warn Tanare that she'd better not try anything foolish when we get Quisley. She caught me off guard once. It won't happen again. You're not even going to apologize, are you?
I'm sorry?
Just keep your distance from Quisley. He's my responsibility.
The last of them. Take it back.
Quisley!
Bastian, what are
I'm
you
no
doing
use in a
here?
fight right
Go
now.
away.
I'll keep back.
Arise, my
just-
brother. Kill
dear.
these trespassers.
Oh, get out of the way!
before he runs off again, the little bastard.
How dare you? Lalice would never have hurt me. She said so.
She murders people, you idiot! You were probably next!
I'm not talking to you, Bastian, nor to that rude dark elf that just laughed at me. You spoiled everything! You and that lumbering oaf my father insists on sending to make my life miserable, and whoever that dark elf is, barging in and ruining my life. Who do you people think you are? Well, that's just your opinion. Everybody here treated me as a guest of honor. And Lalace, the daughter of Sithis, chose me to be her consort. She told me that she'd give me the kiss of Sithis soon. Why would you ruin this for me? I can't believe they sent Bastian after me again. They treat me as if I were a wayward child. I am perfectly capable of managing my own affairs. I refuse to go. That is no concern. Wait. Did you say Lars Tull? Is that why the Dark Elf's here? I've seen her in his headquarters out here. I may owe him some gold. Claim me. I am not some sack of flour to be bargained over. Oh, very well. Bastian works for me, indirectly. I'll go with him. I can write a promissory note for the Dark Elf to deliver to her thug of a boss. He's a terrible person.
Bastian doesn't seem very fond of Quisley. I can't imagine why. We compared notes while you were talking with that simpering idiot. Bastian said he might have an idea that would solve things for both of us. Years ago, I lost everything trying to get my brother out of a fishy trading scheme. Lars Tull offered to help me. I'm still paying for it. It would be grand to be done with Lars Tull and to pull one over him at the same time. If Bastian's willing to work with me, and perhaps forget about the knocked out and tied up business, I think we might have room for a compromise.
Once we get Quisley out of here, I'm done. I've paid my debt to his family 3 times over. All right. I think I know how to sort this out. If Tenare is prepared to listen, that is, I'm willing to overlook the knock on the head to settle this. First, we need to get Quisley out of Blackwood. Tenare doesn't have anything personal against him. Well, no more than anyone else who meets him. But the criminals she'd bring Quisley to might kill him. I'll threaten to tell his parents about this whole affair unless he cooperates and goes straight back to Daggerfall. Quisley knows that Lord Sylvel can cut him off. It's the only threat that actually scares him. He would have to earn a living. I think we can all walk away from this. We ship Quisley home, secretly. Then we make sure that Tenare has something she can take back to Lars Tull. Thank you, friend. I think Lord Sylvel would agree that you've earned your payment. What do you think, Tenare? Are you willing to give it a try?
I'll need to bring Lars Tull proof of Quisley's demise.
What kind of proof would you need?
I'm clearly not dead!
If I bring Quisley's signet ring to Lars Tull, he'll believe me.
That's what I was thinking. I'll tell the Sylvels that Quisley sold the ring to pay his debt.
I'm right here!
That ring should work. It might even cover most of Quisley's debt.
What? My ring? I'm not giving you a damn thing! Bastian, keep that woman away from me!
Here you go. I'll make sure Quisley understands to stay away from Blackwood.
Thank you. This should clear my account with Lars Tull. And perhaps clear yours with this ingrate and his family too.
We should leave this place. I'll see Quisley on his way when he comes around. Let's see what's up. How can I help?